Something come across my mind though about this Marty and Cyraxx feud. Now, this feud has been going for about from coming out of Cyraxx's mouth. This feud has been going for about at least 7 or 8 years straight. These two has been at each other's necks for 8 years straight on the internet. Now that is ridiculous right there. That's ridiculous. There would not have been no way in hell that I would have been feuding with somebody on the internet that long. I don't care if it's Marty. I don't care if it's Cyraxx. It would not have been no way I would have been feuding with the same person for 7 or 8 years straight on the internet. That's just ridiculous. It is. That's just ridiculous, man. We all know that Cyraxx wished this on Marty. We all know this. We can all point the fingers at Cyraxx and everything like that. We all know. But people gotta look at it on Marty, the mistakes that Marty has made. Now that Marty's gone, everybody trying to say Marty's a saint now, that he was perfect. Now Marty has made, now when Marty was alive, Marty has made a lot of mistakes. There were certain things that I pointed out that, we all know Cyraxx is a goblin. We know Cyraxx like to run his mouth. We know Cyraxx has low self-awareness. But there were some mistakes that Marty has made. Mistake number one that Marty made was, number one, he should have that day when Marty went down there in Ohio, he pulled, the day that these two fought. When they fought, Marty got the best of them. Marty went down there. He lured Cyraxx out of his own house, and Cyraxx, like the puppet he is, he went over there and he thought he could take Marty on, even though Marty's a bigger guy than he was. But Marty pretty much got the best of Cyraxx. Right there and then, Marty should have stopped right there and then, okay? Because you two been going at each other's necks for 7 years straight. And when you went down there and you roughed Cyraxx up, you roughed him up, right there and then, you should have left that alone, because you already roughed the guy up. You beat up a mentally disabled person like Cyraxx. So you already roughed him up. What else did you need to prove to him? You two been feuding on the internet for many years, and then when it was starting to become an outside internet beef, you went there, you roughed Cyraxx up, you made him cry, you made Cyraxx confess that, he's the king and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? You made Cyraxx did that. Right there and then, that's when that should have ended right there. The feud between you two should have ended right there. You didn't really have to make any videos to respond to Cyraxx, Marty. Right there and then, when you beat Cyraxx up, it should have ended right there. Well, Cyraxx kept talking junk though, so Marty had to respond. No, he didn't. He didn't have to respond. He released the video, and he clown him there a bit, make a couple more videos and clown Cyraxx and say, hey, Cyraxx, I got the better of you. I got the best of you. So you'll never be able to get me back now. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? Clown Cyraxx. And after that, Marty should have ignored him right there and then. You already won. You won the war right there. You won. You already proved to Cyraxx that you was a badass, and you went down there and you roughed them up. You should have just left it alone right there, Marty. You should have left it alone, man. Because let me tell you this, if I beat somebody's ass, if I go down to somebody's state and I beat their ass and I got it all on video camera and I decide to put it on YouTube, I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to clown that person a few times. I'm going to make a couple more videos and clown them. And after I'm done clowning them, I move on to something else. Because I already went down there and whooped your ass. I already put the video out there and humiliated you and embarrassed you and got everybody clowning you. So what more of me do I have to say to you now that I already done beat you up? You already beat Cyraxx. You won the fight with Cyraxx. You should have fell back right there, Marty. You should have fallen back. See, some people don't know when they won the war. You know, you guys was at war with each other on the internet for 7, 8 years straight. And Marty, you won the war. You won. But the problem with you is you didn't know when to fall back. Because you saying Cyraxx kept saying this, kept saying that. You should have ignored Cyraxx. And that's the problem with some of these people. It's no different than beefing with beefing with niggas on the streets. Niggas be killing each other on the streets, but some of these dudes that be at war with each other, they don't know when they won. They don't know when to fall back. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with Marty. He didn't know when to fall back. He felt like he had to just kept going at being at Cyraxx's neck all the time when there was nothing else for you to prove to Cyraxx, Marty. There was nothing else for you to prove. You already embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? You clowned him. You got all the trolls. There was really nothing else for you to say to Cyraxx. You know what I'm saying? Because if this really took its toll on you, Marty, all this feud between Cyraxx, if this really took its toll on you, you really had nothing else to prove, dude. If this was having an effect on your health, bro, again, you should have fall back. You didn't have nothing else to prove to Cyraxx or anybody else. You won. You had Cyraxx admit to you that you're the king. So what else for you to say to him? What else? You know what I'm saying? You beat Cyraxx. You won. Who cares if Cyraxx make 10 or 20 videos and kept talking junk? That was not a comeback right there. Because you beat him up. You know? And, you know, some of you people out there claiming that y'all feel sorry for Marty, that he's dead now, but y'all should have talked Marty out of this. Even though it was funny for all Marty's loyal fans out there, because I'm not really a fan of Marty. I just started watching this because the feud was just interested. But for the ones that's been fans and followers for Marty for 8 years during this Marty Cyraxx feud, y'all should have talked sense to Marty. Y'all should have told them, say, hey, Marty, you won. No more videos about Cyraxx. Talk about something else. You know, y'all want to play. I mean, yes, it's Cyraxx's fault too. But some of it is y'all's fault as well. Y'all should have stopped this. Y'all should have talked some sense to Marty and said, Marty, you already humiliated Cyraxx. You already embarrassed him. You already beat his ass. So some of the blame got to go on to y'allself for the ones that's been supporting Marty for all these years. Because y'all said it was funny, it was entertaining, everything like that. Y'all should have been talking some sense to Marty. But it wasn't like that. It was all, yay, Marty was funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? I found it funny too. I did. I found it entertaining. But again, I'm not a loyal follower of Marty. I never follow Marty. I'm not a big fan of Marty. I just watch and see what he's gonna do to Cyraxx next. That's all that was. I was never a fan of Marty. I didn't know who Marty was until Cyraxx mentioned him. I had no idea who business Marty was. I had no idea who this guy was. Never heard of this guy before. And I'm sure he'll say the same about me. He never heard of me, so we both never heard of each other. But it's like what I was saying, man. You know, it was just ridiculous to see two grown men feuding with each other. I mean, it really was. The whole online thing should have stopped. You know, but you got the juice now, Cyraxx. Like I told you many times, man, you got the juice now. So you're going to have to wear that. Like I said, you're going to have to wear that, man. You got the juice, so wear it. As far as Marty goes, man, it's like what I was saying. He should have fall back when he did. If this stuff was really affecting him, you had nothing else to prove to Cyraxx. You don't beat this guy up. You embarrassed him. You stole his friend. You even admitted yourself, Marty, that you had someone stole Cyraxx friend's tub or something. One of his friends' tub. Like you already won the war with Cyraxx. You already won. You got the best of him. So why you kept beating on a dead horse? Because that's what it was, Marty. You was beating on a dead horse and you won, but you kept beating on a dead horse. It's almost like that you was trying to get Cyraxx to commit suicide himself. That's what it seems like, though. So a lot of people don't seem to understand when Marty was alive, he kept pressuring Cyraxx. He kept pressuring, he kept pressuring, he kept pressuring, he kept pressuring him. And you know what? You know, God working in mysterious ways, man. I guess God or Satan, or especially God, I guess God didn't like what Marty was doing. Like, hey, Marty, man, like, hey, you know, you won, man. You won. You beat this kid enough. You beat this man enough. I guess the only person that could stop Marty was God himself. So God just put a stop to you, man. God just stood in front of you, Marty, and said, "Hey, Marty, enough is enough, man. You don't torture this. You don't torture Cyraxx enough." And Marty didn't want to listen. He didn't listen. He kept trying to torture Cyraxx. So God said, "Okay, if you don't want to listen, see, y'all gotta start understanding the signs, man. You gotta understand signs. You gotta know when to hold. You gotta know when to fold. You gotta know when to walk away." And Marty had an opportunity to walk away from this. He was already the victory. He already won. You beating on the dead horse this whole time. Anyway, that's all I want to say. This is probably going to be my last video about it, unless it's something new about Cyraxx committing suicide, and then I'll make a video. But yeah, Cyraxx, you got the juice now. Anyway, peace.